What is up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. So today, as you can see, I am black. My hair is black again. It has been a hot minute since my hair has been black, and I just thought fall season, winter season, whatever happens, I just really wanted to go back to black because I've been contemplating it for over a year and a half now, and I decided, fuck it, just do it. I haven't had my hair black since I was a scene kid in high school, so I do like this now that my hair is shorter and just not in my face like crazy. So, liking that so far. But today's video is not on my hair. It is on the eye look that I did today, and I'm using the Tartelette Toasted palette. Now, this palette is absolutely gorgeous. You're going to get 12 neutral warm tone shades in here, and this is actually not a first impression of this palette. I did do a tutorial on this before, but I scraped it because the shadow I was using, which I'll tell you which one it was, the shadow that I was using ruined the entire look. It just didn't perform well, it just didn't do well, so just kind of had to redo this video. So I had the time to redo it, so I thought might as well refilm this tutorial and do a better eye tutorial for you guys today. So if you want to see the eye look that I did today using the Tartelette Toasted palette, then keep on watching. As you can see, the base is completely done. We're just going to go right into the eyes. So I'm going to crack open this Tartelette Toasted palette right here. Some really stunning neutral tones in here. You get 12 shades inside of this palette, just like their other Tartelette palettes. So I'm going to actually take the shade S'more right here. That one is going to be like my Oliver lid shade. Then I'm going to go in to the crease with the shade Warmth right here. That color is done. I'm going to go in with this pretty shade right here, which is called Cozy. I'm going to use that a little bit in my crease just to kind of make it a little darker, just kind of warm everything up. I'm actually going to take the shade Latte right here. I haven't touched this one yet. I'm going to go in with that shade and kind of just blend around it as well, just because I want to give it some warmth, but at the same time, everybody has a warm tone eye. I want to add a little bit of that color in there just to make it less warm, if that makes sense. As you can definitely see the pimple that is on my nose. That is not very pretty. I decided on, I was thinking of 3 shades, Sunset, Flame, or Simmer to do the eye. So actually I'm going to go in with Sunset right here. So Sunset is going to be the one I'm going to use on my lid color. And then I'm actually going to use the shade Sunrise right here. The reason why I'm flipping it upside down is because my mirror will just make the lighting from outside just go really crazy and really blending inside of the camera. I don't want to do that. So Sunrise is actually going to be the shade I'm going to use as my brow bone highlight, and then I'm going to use the shade Candle for my inner corner highlight. That is what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. That's so pretty. The lid is done. I'm actually going to go in under my eye as I always do. I'm actually going to go in with just the shades Latte right here, and actually I'm going to go back in with Sunset right under here, just a little tiny little bit, and then I'm going to finish it off with Cozy. Now that the eyes are almost done, I'm going to go throw on some lashes and I'll be right back. I really want to make this colors dramatic. I actually might just go in with a little bit of Fireside right here because it is a more of a deeper shade. I really just kind of want to add a little bit on the outer corners. Also because I want to showcase as many shadows as possible and see how they really perform. So let me do that really quickly. Now that the eyes are done, pretty much, I'm going to go in with the liquid lip. I'm going to go in with the Anastasia liquid lip set from their holiday collection in the shade Dazed. The look is complete. So I'm actually really loving the way that this is looking, especially with my black hair, which I have not had in God knows how long. But anyways, I am loving the way this look is coming out right now. So before I go, I'm going to give you guys my final thoughts on the Tartelette Toasted palette. Now I know there also is more to this Tartelette Toasted collection. I know there is 3 like single pot eyeshadows that are like the metallic shades. I know there is a liquid lipstick, and I know that there is the Park Avenue Princess Bronzing Chisel palette, but I did not pick up those. I just picked up the palette, so I just really wanted to do an eye tutorial video for you guys on this. I just didn't have the money to buy the rest of the collection because of course I am a broke bitch, and that would have been just way too expensive. So mostly I am just giving you guys the real tea on the eyeshadow palette. Okay, so in this palette, you're going to get 12 really warm neutral shades in here. Now, a lot of people are saying that if you have the Naked Heat, you can pretty much just skip this palette. Now, I think it's all about the formula and each brand's formula. I really don't care if I have a palette that's an exact dupe of another one. I really just love to try different formulas and different things. Now, I would have not bought this palette if they had a palette that looked exactly like this, if that makes sense. It's a warm tone palette, because everybody is doing warm tones this year, so honestly, it could look like the Naked Heat, but at the same time, to me, it doesn't really, because the shadows perform differently. So really quickly, the metallics, Sunset, Flame, and Simmer, are definitely something that you have to wet your brush or use your finger with to get that full-on pigmentation like how I have on my eye. It did not perform the way I was hoping for it on a dry brush, so just throwing that out there. Candle, which is what I use for my inner corner, is definitely more on the glitterier side, like more of a glitter. So if you wet your brush, you definitely will get that metallic foiled finish. Sunrise is definitely more of a satin finish, so that's what I use on my brow bone right here. And then Cozy, Fireside, Warmth, and S'more, and Latte. All those are the mattes that I used today, and I really do love the way they blended. They were very blendable, very pigmented, at the same time no fallout on my face. They did perform the way I was hoping for them to perform. Now, the one thing is, I will have to say, I am disappointed that the metallics were just not that bam, one swipe, goes on really easy, really pigmented kind of thing. I don't usually like to wet my brushes. I would like for them to just perform the way they're supposed to perform. But you know what? I'm still not mad at the way that it looks now. So no fallout either, by the way. Except for this shade. This shade is called Crackle. This one is a matte sparkle shade. Like, it is more of a glitter shade as well as like this one is. But this one has a brown undertone and with gold glitter in it. Now, obviously, it looks gorgeous, and when you swatch it on your hand or on your arm or whatever, it's gorgeous, but the fallout is real. Use a glitter primer with that one, but at the same time, I tried that, didn't work out. I tried it wet, it didn't work out. I tried it just damp or whatever, did not work out. That shadow is not my favorite from this palette. I am not a big fan of it because it goes on matte when you put it on the eye, and when you try to like press it in for the glitter to just stay there, it just doesn't. It does not. You cannot blend anything with it. It just doesn't seem to work for me. The rest of the shadows did perform pretty good. They all pretty much remind me of the regular Tarte formula, so I'm really not mad at the way that this worked. Tartelette Toasted is going to be $46, so this is the same price as the other Tartelette palettes. I personally probably would reach for this one a lot more than the other ones. I am a huge sucker for the Tartelette in Bloom, as pretty much everybody is. That one is one of my absolute go-to neutral palettes, so this one's definitely going to be another one that I'm going to grab onto a lot because of how gorgeous the shades are. And they're buttery, they're pigmented. I just love Tarte's eyeshadow formulas. And also, the smell is amazing. So, do I recommend this palette? I would say yes if you are a Tarte fan, if you are a warm tone fan, if you definitely want those colors for the fall season. If you have the Urban Decay Naked Heat, this palette is definitely different in my opinion. I feel like this is definitely more of an everyday palette, while that one's a little bit more bolder. Now, it just really depends on your preference. If you already spent $54 on that palette, you really don't need to get this one too. I just think that if you want more warm tone options, you definitely need this. I'm a warm toned whore when it comes to shadows, so this one I had to just pick up. So I do recommend this for you guys. I do like this palette except for the one shade Crackle. I'm just not a big fan of that one. The rest of them did perform pretty nicely. They do swatch like a dream, and they also do blend pretty nicely as well. So I do recommend this palette. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you thumbs it up and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the very near future. Love you. Bye.